The complete guide to how the Inflation Reduction Act of 2022 works. What is the Inflation Reduction Act of 2022 and why was it introduced? The Inflation Reduction Act of 2022 was introduced in order to combat the rising inflation rates. The act is a law that restricts the ability of the Federal Reserve to increase interest rates. The act was introduced in response to the rapidly increasing inflation rates. The Federal Reserve had been steadily raising interest rates, which were also rising. This led to a situation where people were spending more and more money on their loans, which led to an ever-increasing debt burden for many Americans. How does the Inflation Reduction Act of 2022 affect you as a consumer? The Inflation Reduction Act of 2022 is the law that was passed by the Congress to provide solutions to the high inflation rates. The act reduces inflation by slowing down the printing of money and increasing taxes. The act will help reduce inflation rates and increase purchasing power. There are some drawbacks, such as higher taxes and increased prices for goods. What are the benefits of the Inflation Reduction Act of 2022? The benefits of the Inflation Reduction Act of 2022 are clear. It will reduce the price of food and gas, saving everyone money. The act has been in the works since 2017 and has been passed through the Senate. It is now waiting to be signed by President Biden to make it a law. Who will benefit from the Inflation Reduction Act of 2022? The Inflation Reduction Act of 2022 is a piece of legislation that will help reduce the inflation rate in the United States. The act will be beneficial for all Americans, as it will reduce the price of goods and services. Businesses, on the other hand, are not likely to benefit from this act because they would have to reduce their prices in order to maintain competitiveness. How does the legislation reduce intergenerational poverty in America? The legislation reduces intergenerational poverty in America by providing incentives for savings and investments. The legislation reduces the intergenerational poverty in America by providing incentives for savings and investments. The act provides benefits to those who save up to $2,000 a year, and it increases the amount of tax credits that people can get when they invest in low-income communities.